Hi, I'm Stephen Pint from MP Commercial Lawyers. A large part of my practice is in the area of franchising, acting for both franchisors and franchisees. Franchise agreements tend to be prepared by the franchisor solicitors and for that reason are usually very one-sided in favour of the franchisor. For example, when it comes to termination, there will generally only be provisions for the franchisor to terminate on various grounds, while the franchisee will have no rights of termination except during the cooling off period. There is some protection, however, for franchisees in Australian consumer law, particularly in the area of unfair contract terms and also misleading or deceptive conduct, and also requiring both parties to act in good faith. There's also protection in the Franchising Code of Conduct, which provides for some benefits to the franchisee and some limitations on the power of the franchisor. However, that doesn't prevent the franchisor from imposing fairly strict requirements on the franchisee in the agreement. When I review franchise agreements, I tend to look for areas of particular unusual or onerous conditions and see if these can be negated or amended in favour of the franchisee. Some franchisors are prepared to negotiate on terms, while others, particularly the larger chains, do it on a take it or leave it basis. A common provision of a franchise agreement is the imposition of minimum turnover provisions for the franchisee. If the franchisee does not meet those turnover requirements, then the franchisor ultimately will have a right to terminate. I consider these types of provisions unreasonable, as often the failure to achieve turnover targets is outside the control of the franchisee. It may be a result of a poor location or just a downturn in the general economy. Another more topical provision in franchise agreements is what's called the force majeure or act of God clause. While in the past little attention has been paid to this, the COVID-19 pandemic has certainly brought the spotlight on this provision. We ensure that in negotiating new franchise agreements for franchisees that they are adequately covered in the event that due to pandemics or similar situations they are required to either close down altogether or have to limit their hours of trade. Thanks for your time in watching this video. I hope you've got something out of it, and if need be, you can always contact me at MP Commercial Lawyers.